Hey y'all, welcome back to my video or YouTube channel, whichever one. Get out of the cabinet! Jeez, sorry. Welcome back to my channel. I am Oracle, okay? So as before, we're gonna go ahead and get into these messages, okay? Archangel Michael is present. I've already called him in asking for protection as I do this reading, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and see who these messages may pertain to. All right, y'all like, share, subscribe, okay? Like, share, subscribe. Help me grow my channel, all right? It will not grow if you don't like, share, and subscribe, all right? We gotta beat this algorithm that YouTube has, okay? All right, so let's see. What are these? Who are these messages for? Okay, so you could be born in March. You could be born on the 17th. You could be a Leo. You could be from Pennsylvania. You could live in Pennsylvania. You could be born on the 18th, or that may be significant. Okay, what else, Spirit? All right. You could be born under or during a third quarter moon. You could live in Montana. Your name could be Montana. Okay. The 20th, you could be 20 years old. What else, Spirit? All right. You could be born on the 1st of any month, the 18th, the 17th, or the 20th. You could also live in Arizona or be from Arizona, okay? We're going to see if any more else. Any more messages? All right, you could be born in the month of January. Oh, it's too many. Okay. You could be born on the 22nd. You could live in Texas or be from Texas or Illinois, okay? All right, so y'all see those popped out. All right, I ain't making this up. This is what came out. All right, this is who these messages may pertain to. If any of those, what I just said, resonated with you, okay, these messages coming out are for you, okay? Hope you have your tea, coffee, water, whatever you like or prefer to drink. All right, but I'm going to start out with the ancestor, okay? The ancestor oracle deck, the ancestors and angels. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Ancestor spirit guys. Oh my goodness. I probably need to bag my candle now. Now see. We're going to have to, yeah, back that up just a little bit. All right. All right, ancestor spirit guides, guardian angels. What messages do you have for the collective? What do they need to know? Okay, first off, we have wise one. Okay, grow within your current situation. Okay, so there's something that spirit wants you to look at the situation that you're in and find the lessons. Okay, grow from it. Understand what is happening is for your highest good. Okay. Someone here is very wise. You could be older. You could be, this is a grandmother figure. So for some of you, okay, maybe you consult a grandmother figure for advice, or maybe your grandmother has passed on. Okay, maybe she was the wise one in your family. Maybe she was the guardian angel. Maybe you look to her for some sort of advice, okay? But she does have a message here to grow within your current situation. There's something here, okay, that calls for a shift in perspective, okay? Okay, looking at something from a different light. So also a raven or a crow could be significant to someone here. Okay, you may see crows or ravens a lot, or you recently may have been seeing crows or ravens a lot, or a messenger. Okay, those are messengers, as well as an owl. Okay, could be significant. Okay, but there's a lot of ancient wisdom here. that your grandmother, someone's grandmother here, is trying to show you, okay? They're wanting you to see something and to learn from it. Okay. What else? Ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels. Also, if you've been seeing feathers, white or black feathers, those are definitely, if you've come across feathers at any point, those are definitely messages from your ancestors, from your spirit team, getting your attention, telling you that you're not alone, okay? That they are guiding you, they are helping you, they are with you, okay? Especially if they have passed on, if your grandmother is no longer here, or someone who's a significant maternal figure. It could have been even a mother, not just a grandmother, but even a mother figure, okay, who has passed on. They are definitely with you in spirit, okay? So look for the signs and synchronicities from your past loved ones. All right, release the old and rest, okay? So autumn is a time of when things die, okay? When we let things go, when we take review and stock of our situation in our lives and reevaluate and reassess things. So someone's spirit guide here is trying to get you to see that there's something that you need to release and grow from, okay? So only you know what that is, all right? And as you do so, rest, okay? Take care of your needs, take care of your body, take care of your mind, your emotions, whatever it is that you need to do in order to rest. However rest looks like for you, rest is different for everyone. Some people don't require as much rest as another, all right? And some people do, okay? Only you can determine that, okay? Someone here with this rest is because you've been in this action, you've been taking action, you've been doing, but you have not, there's something here that as you grow, there's certain things that you got to shed, right? It's just like the seasons. We change, we grow within seasons, right? So as we grow, we shed old skin. We shed old things, people, places, situations that no longer are ideal or no longer in our vibration, right? So when, okay, that was it. That was it. All right, protection guardians, drop your shields. Okay, so for someone here, I could be talking to someone. Your ancestors could be trying to communicate with you, or there's someone wanting to communicate with you, and you are very guarded. You okay, this is saying someone here is too protective, too guarded, okay, and your ancestors are not able to communicate, or there's something in the way you think about something, or the way you look at something, or your belief system that is preventing you from tapping into your inner wisdom, okay? Or there's something here that is keeping you from moving forward, from letting go, okay? So or either this also could be a message that someone is trying to get you to drop your shields, to not be as guarded, to not be as standoffish as well, okay? But your protection, you are protected. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are protected. You have your ancestors and spirit team. So there is something here that your spirit team is calling your attention to, and only you can really know what that is. All right, yeah, some of you are so guarded against something or someone, all right, that you're at a stagnant, or you're stuck. All right, shaman, trust in higher forces. For many of you, your ancestors, you have been a shaman, or you are a shaman, a natural healer. Okay, you are someone who is looked to help. You can transverse, okay, the underworld. You're able to transverse the middle and upper worlds as well. You're able to go into dream states and bring back information, okay? So there's a lot of information on how to communicate with your animal spirit guides. So for many of you, you are definitely guided by an owl. We have owls and raven here twice, okay? So that's very significant for someone. Also, a shaman leans more towards the spirituality. They're in connection with nature. They're in connection with the divine creator, with grandfather sky and mother Gaia. Okay, so they use the natural resources at their disposal in order to tap into the divine creator, okay, and bring forth healing messages and advice and guidance for their tribe, for their collection, for their family, okay? So for many of you in a past life, you were a shaman. In this life, you may even have the gift of a shaman, all right? So that's a message for someone here. All right, but trusting in higher forces, trusting in someone may struggle with trusting or believing in or having faith in the divine, in God, in spirit, or whoever it is that you choose to call whomever it is that you choose to believe in. Okay. And so your spirit team is wanting you to have more faith and more trust in the spiritual world. Okay. Maybe that's not what you grew up in. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you could be even an atheist. Okay. You could have no belief system whatsoever. You may not believe in anything. Okay. But there is something that's happening around you. There are things that are occurring in your life that is leading you to believe that there is something more, something greater and higher, than what meets the eye. Okay, what your physical eyes can't see, but spiritually there's something happening that is getting your attention, that is pushing you towards maybe there is something more than what meets the eye. Okay, so if you're feeling called to look more into shamanism, if you're feeling called to look more into spirituality, okay, your ancestors and your spirit team, they're guiding you towards that. So trust in the esoterics, trust in what you're being shown. Okay. All right, direction guardian, choose your path. Yeah, for some of you, you may have felt lost. You may not have understood something. Okay, when it says choosing your path, we all have a path. There's a divine path that is laid out for us. Okay, but we also have free will. Okay, so we have the ability to know, well, this may be for me, but I don't want to take this path because I'd rather do something else. Okay, so we all have, like I said, we all have free will, but choosing your path is which direction are you going to go in. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of things that you may want to do. Okay. But trying to narrow down what you want to do may be very difficult. And so your ancestors are trying to guide you, trying to lead you toward the path that would be best suited for not just you, but for the co-creation with spirit, for the universe, for Mother Gaia as well. Okay, so for many of you, you're called to work with animals. Okay, we have lion. I could be talking to a Leo here as well. We have, I don't know what, it's like an ox. It's part of the ox family. Okay, with the big fur pelt on his snout. Okay, so you could definitely, you could own a farm, you could have a farm. Okay, you could be into herding. Okay, you could definitely, eagles. Okay, a bald eagle could be significant for someone. You could have a tattoo of an eagle. Okay, I'm talking to an air sign as well, direction guardian or air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Okay, so you may be a lot in your mind about something. You may be uncertain about which direction you're taking. Okay, but the eagle is about freedom. Okay, it's about seeing things. A bald eagle flies and it has the vision to see everything beneath it. Okay, because it's elevated. It's a symbol of, for America, it's a symbol of freedom, of bravery, of courage, right? So whatever choice, whatever path you take, understand that your angels and your guides are supporting you, are loving you, are sending you. Okay, there's only experiences. There's no right or wrong way in traversing this journey or traversing your life. Okay, because whatever one path, it will eventually, it may take you longer to get there depending on which path you take, but you will eventually get there. Okay, so there's no wrong answer in how you go about this spiritual journey and how you go about living your life. Okay, it's all lessons. Okay, choices and consequences. But growing within your current situation, that basically talks about learning from your past, okay? So that you don't make the same unwise choices that lead you to certain circumstances or certain repeating cycles, right? So choosing your path is deciding, okay, what type of person do I want to be from now on? What kind of, legacy do I want to leave behind? Okay, what do I want to be known for? All right, so choose your path. Okay, traveler, move in a new direction. For many of you, as you release the old and you choose your direction, all right, you're going to be moving in a new direction. For some of you, you're going to get ready. You're starting, this year is going to be about traveling. For some of you, it's going to be moving to a new location, okay? For some of you, you're just going to change direction in your whole entire thought process, okay? This could be an external or internal, okay? It's spiritual, emotional journey as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be external, but for many of you, you're being called to a sense of freedom. All right, like when a direction, choosing your path, for many of you, you're going to be choosing a path of least resistance, right? You're going to be choosing a path that allows you the freedom to travel, the freedom to do whatever it is that your heart desires, or whatever you want to co-create with spirit, or whatever you want to bring into fruition, okay? As you release the old and you close out cycles, okay, and you learn, okay, you have the ability to create your own universe, okay? We have the universe inside of us, all right? So I could be talking to a high priestess. You could be at the bottom of the deck. You could definitely have ties, ancient ties to Egypt, okay? Goddess Bastet as well. You could have a black cat, okay? You could have the tattoos of cats, all right? But this is someone who is very esoteric, very knowledgeable, okay? When a high priestess does not need... I won't say she doesn't need, she has mastered the arts, okay? She has mastered the spiritual arts. She embodies what it means to be the divine feminine, okay? All right, elder, okay, I could be speaking to an elder as well, or there is an elder who is trying to reach out to you to get your attention. You could have ancestral roots. We all have ancestral roots from Africa, but I could definitely be talking to someone who ethnicity is African, okay? You have a move beyond ancestral patterns. For many of you in this lifetime, you're being called to heal some sort of ancestral patterns, wounds, disease, okay? There is something in your past that your family, you have been called to step into the fold, to step into the void, to be the way maker, the gatekeeper, all right, for the next generation, okay? You have been called to heal or transmute some sort of ancestral pattern that has continued in your lineage, in your family for generations, whether it's addictions, whether it's broken marriages, whether it is broken families, whether it's abuse, okay, it's violence. There's something that has continued and it has made a pattern, okay? It could be a women who continually have children and there's no father in the household. That could be a repetition where a cycle needs to be broken, okay? Cycles of repetition, they can look different depending on where you come from, right? So when you heal, when you take this spiritual journey and you heal and you do the work, you are healing not just future generations, but past generations as well, okay? You're transmuting DNA, okay? There are certain codes in our bodies that activate as you go on this journey. And as you do the healing work, you break certain generational curses that have plagued your family and your lineage for generations, okay? That's what a shaman, okay? As a shaman, you have the ability to help people find those ancestral wounds, okay, and help them heal from them so that their own family, their future generations will no longer have to suffer. For some of you, poverty, okay, it could be something generation. None of your family has ever been wealthy, okay, because of whatever has happened in the past. All right, for many of you, you're being called to break that ancestral pattern, okay? You're going to be the one to step in and be the gatekeeper and make the way, the path clear for other people, okay? All right, unlock the magic within. Many of you are very magical creatures, okay? And there is a lot of, when we talk about magic is something that happens around us and to us daily, continuous, okay? And so within us, magic happens. And I like to think of the chakra system as something extremely magical because it's not something you can see. Magic is something that happens around us, but it happens in such a magnitude that we don't even stop to consider it magic, right? However, the sun comes up every day and it sets every night. That's a form of magic. You know, when the flowers bloom in the spring, that's magic. We don't think of it like that, you know, but when you really stop and think about how magical Earth is for us to just be here, this big ball, this big blue ball floating up in the Milky Way? It's magic, y'all. Okay? So you carry that same DNA, that same blueprint of magic within you. We are all made of stardust, okay? Every single one of you, we have our bones are made of, everything is made of stardust, okay? So you have the magic, you have creation locked inside of you. You have to take the time and go within and learn the process and learn this process 222 on the clock. Okay, so it's not an easy path. It's something that you have to continually do. This healing work is something that you're always going to continually do. This path is something, the spiritual path, the temple path, it is not just something that it's not a trend. Okay, it's something that you devote yourself to, that you commit yourself to, that yes, we don't always get it right. We sometimes we fall, we go backwards, but we don't give up, okay? If you've been called, you don't give up, okay? Because once your eyes have been awakened to the spiritual world, when you've experienced the I am presence, when you experience God for yourself, you're not going to want to go backwards, okay? You're not going to want to go back. Okay? There is just, when your eyes are opened to certain things, you want more of it. You want other people to see what you've seen. You want other people to experience what you have experienced. You want to share, okay? You want to share that beautiful magic with other people, okay? Well, at least that's how I feel. All right. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So for many of you, abundance is something, it's like an equal give and take. Okay. So the more that you give out to the universe, the more that the universe give out to you. So take the time to do donations, charity work. Okay. Give. It could be a phone call. It could just talk to somebody. It could be a smile. Okay. There are tons of ways that you can give back. Just helping somebody across the street, okay? Doing a kind deed for someone, helping someone without wanting or needing anything back, okay? Without any motivation, okay? Do it because it feels good. Do it because it puts a smile on a person's face. Do it because it makes your soul inside smile, okay? So that's how, because abundance can come in many forms. Abundance is not just about wealth. It's about time. It's about happiness, about joy. It's about peace. What do you need? Or what don't you have in abundance that you need more of? Do you need more time? Well, ask spirit. Okay. If you need more time, then maybe time is something that you need to create. How do you create more time? Time is an illusion here in the 3D. It's necessary for, this 3D world, but time is actually an illusion, y'all. So when you get out of this mindset that you really need 8 hours of sleep, when you get out of this mindset that the clock runs 24/7, when you get out of that mindset and realize that time is fluid, okay, you're going to realize that you have a lot of time to do as much as what you need to do, okay? Time is an illusion, okay? So exchange energy, give, okay? The more that you give, the more that the universe is going to return, okay? It's an equal give and take, finding that balance. All right. Track down your fears and desires. In the spiritual world, we call this shadow work. Okay. What do you fear? What are your phobias? Okay. Are you afraid of spiders, snakes, commitment, abandonment? Okay. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of love? Are you afraid of relationships? What are you afraid of? And then find out, shadow work is finding out why. What happened in your life? What happened in your past that makes you so afraid? Okay, some of this does not even pertain. Well, when we talk about ancestral patterns, okay, some things happen. I'm a believer where we reincarnate here and we have past lives, okay? And sometimes we bring things from our past lives that is already in our Akashic records, okay? If you're not familiar with the Akashic records, that's something that you need to start looking into, okay? I always reference this book, Letters to a Starseed by Rebecca Campbell. It tells you all about the Akashic records and how to activate and access your own Akashic records to help you fulfill your life purpose, okay? But when we track your desires, okay, certain things that you may desires, and desires don't necessarily have to be a bad thing. They can be also a good thing, but understanding more about yourself so that they don't control you is part of the integration when it comes to shadow work. Okay. You don't want those things. And sometimes we have unspoken desires, unspoken fears that we don't want anybody to know about. And we are even afraid to confront them ourselves because we feel like in this society, it makes us look immoral. It makes us look strange. It makes us look weird. We're outcasted for them, right? So, you have to get comfortable with the things that make you most uncomfortable about yourself, okay? Before you can really, truly be in a relationship or really be, okay, with someone else. All right. So knowing you, because if somebody can control you, somebody can control your desires and your emotions, and they can manipulate you, you really don't know yourself, right? Sometimes we can't help who we love or who we fall for, okay? But we can choose how to respond and how not to let those things impede us, right? So when you track down your reasons, okay, you got to find out, and then you got to look at the situation, what caused that, okay? So what caused you to have that desire? What caused you to have that sort of fear, right? And once you track it down, then you have to transmute it. You have to heal it. Well, how do I heal something? Once you're the first step is being aware of what it is that caused it in the first place, okay? Once you're aware with it, then you can get into the steps of, okay, well, how do I heal this, or how do I release this? And a lot of that comes into play with your subconscious, right? It comes into play of that's where I use candle work, healing, okay? That's where the candles come in with the chakras, okay? That's how you use the chakras, is to release those old wounds, okay? So there's a color that is coordinated with every chakra. And so I'll get a candle coordinating with whatever fear, if I can track down, pinpoint precisely where that particular fear came from, or where that desire came from, and why it's there, and how is it affecting me, and how is it affecting the relationship and the people around me, then I can create a spell that will help me release that particular phobia, fear, desire, okay? And that's part of the chakra work, okay? There are many different ways in which there are many different divination tools that will help you track down your fears, okay? Tarot is one of them. They have all different type of decks and oracle decks that will even show you the shadow side, okay? I do have a shadow tarot deck that I want to get more into, that will help people to see the shadow aspects of themselves. But I think Kyle actually does shadow tarot as well. I can't think of his. I'll have to put it on the next slide. I'm gonna pull it up, but he actually uses the Shadowland tarot deck to show the aspects that are hidden in our subconscious. Carl Jung even used that there are certain archetypes that we all experience from time to time that we project to the world that's not necessarily our own, okay? All right, guardian angel, you are not alone. So definitely this is a message for someone. You are not alone, okay? Especially if you've lost a past loved one, or if you've been on this journey by yourself, okay? Or if you feel very isolated or alone or misunderstood, okay? You are not alone. There is a guardian angel who is protecting you, who is with you, who is guiding you, who is very loving, very kind and supportive, okay? So keep your eye out for white feathers. This is the second message with feathers, so that could be very significant for someone, all right? But you are being watched and protected, all right? All right, but remember what I said, be devoted and committed, okay? So whatever it is that you are, it's like a doggy. They're loyal to whom they love, right? So whatever it is that you love, whatever it is that you're passionate about, you have to be devoted and committed. So if you're, and that comes with anything, that comes with business, that comes with work, that comes with the finances, that comes with, spirituality, okay? Set a routine, something that may not take a lot of your time, okay? But it allows you to get, if you wake up every morning and you burn incense for your ancestors, and you feed your ancestors every morning or every day, there's something that you do ritualistic, okay? Being devoted and committed is about having some sort of ritual in place that allows you to commune or to honor or to get in tune with the spiritual side, or whatever it is that you're planning on doing, okay? So having that discipline to commit to something, okay, is going to help you, okay, along on your journey, okay? Because the more that you do something, the more that you get in the habit of doing it, the easier it becomes. It becomes like an afterthought, okay? You do it even without realizing that you're doing it, okay? But you also have to be careful not to let, we can get in the habit of doing things repetitively, and then we lose focus of why we're doing them, okay? So when you're doing it, be in a state of mindfulness, okay? So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Animal Kingdom Oracle deck. All right, we're already at 30 minutes. All right, but I definitely feel like there was some messages in there that needed to get out. Y'all gonna sip my coffee. Yeah, I get these little saucer cups, and I drink coffee, and this is my first big cup I had today. I tried to give up coffee, y'all, but I love me some coffee, okay? Like, one day I'm gonna have me a coffee store. All right, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, for messages, okay. Take time out. All right, there's a bear here. So bears, you know, in the wintertime, they go into hibernation. Nine, somebody here is completing the cycle. They're closing out a chapter, okay? As you close out this chapter, as you close out this cycle, as you release but no longer is serving you, spirit, the bear spirit is saying you need to go into hibernation and take some time out and rest, okay? Because you've done a lot. You've done a lot of healing. You've done a lot of support, you whatever it is that you've done a lot of, okay? Your ancestors are saying you need to take time out for yourself, okay? If you've been giving a lot of time and effort to your family, a lot of time and effort to your job, a lot of time and effort to your friends, okay? Sometimes you cannot pour. I say this all the time. You cannot pour from an empty cup, okay? You cannot give what you don't have to give, okay? And that comes with energy, that comes with time, that comes with finances, okay? Don't pour out to the point where you are not able to replenish yourself, okay? Because when you fall and you don't have nobody to back you up or to be your backbone or to hold you up, then it takes away from you, okay? It depletes you, it drains you, it basically, it puts you back in a state of stagnancy, okay? Because now you're going to have to take more time than what originally was needed in order to recover, okay? So taking time out for yourself and saying no to certain people, certain things, okay? It's okay. It's okay to go back and, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I know I made plans, but I just don't feel like it, okay? I need time for me. And if somebody can't understand that, well, you need to maybe reevaluate who you're hanging out with. I mean, it's just simple as that. Look, I don't have a problem with cutting people off. Why? Because my mental health, my spiritual, my physical health comes first, okay? I have been there, okay? Me not setting healthy boundaries cost me a lot, and it taught me a lot, okay? So some of you, this is about setting healthy boundaries, okay? If you don't know what healthy boundaries is, you better start reading. You better look in a book. You get on YouTube. Learn how to set boundaries with people, okay? You don't owe somebody every minute of your life. You don't owe somebody that codependency, okay? That's another big thing. Codependency. You should not have to be around somebody 24/7 every single day, okay, for them to be your friend. All right? I got people I ain't talked to for 6, 7, 8, 9 months, even years, and I hit them up, hey, what's up? And we talk just like we just met up yesterday. All right? That's because we have boundaries. All right. I had friends who wanted to be around me constantly, and I don't like that. Okay. I need my own time. You need your own time. Okay. It's just real. You need your own space. You need time for yourself. Okay. Sometimes isolation is good for you. Okay. Period of retreat is good for you. Okay. You don't need somebody always. They can't live without you. They can't breathe without you. They can't eat. They can't sleep. They can't do nothing without you. All right. That's not healthy. Okay. That's codependency. Okay. That's someone who can't function outside because they don't know who they are outside of them. They don't know who they are without you. All right. So you need to start recognizing the unhealthy relationships and friendships that you may find yourself in. That's for somebody. Some of y'all need to take time away from your spouse. And I'm not saying separation, but I'm saying some of y'all have lost perspective on what a true relationship and marriage really is about. Okay, you've lost yourself because of what somebody else desires is, okay, or are. All right, and it's not what you want, but you do it to keep the peace, to keep that person happy. All right, so all right, some of you are laying a solid foundation here. You got a little beaver. No, sorry, that's an otter. Wait, no. Beaver. Yes, a beaver. All right, so a beaver. So I'm definitely, you could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Okay, so you could also be a water sign. Okay, so laying a solid foundation. So whatever it is that you're doing, make sure, we get tower moments because our foundation is shaky. We build it on things that we think is good for us, but really ain't good for us. We build relationships with people that we ain't got no business building relationships with, because they was already in a relationship previously and you thought you could change that person and you couldn't. And now you're seeing that, all right? So that's one of the things, okay? Life path 6 could be significant, as well. So laying a solid foundation is about making sure that whatever that you do it and you're doing it by the book, okay? So you could be building a house, okay? You got to make sure your foundation is there. You got to make sure you have the right wood, the right concrete, okay? You got to make sure you have the permit, okay? So there's a lot that goes into when you're creating and building something from the bottom up, okay? Making sure that you have all the tools necessary, making sure you have all the resources necessary, making sure you have the time necessary to put in the effort, okay? The planning, the research, the resources, okay? All of that comes into play when you're building a foundation, okay? Because you don't want to build a foundation and then 6 months down the line, you found out you missed something very critical. So research is very important too. What do you need to build this foundation, okay? So whatever it is that you're creating, manifesting, or that you're moving in a direction, make sure that the foundation that you're building is built on integrity, on truth, on love, on compassion, on grace, on mercy, okay? Make sure it's not built on conflict. Make sure it's not built on confusion. Make sure it's not built on hostilities, deception, deceit, greed, okay? That could even be yourself. When you reimagine and remake yourself, what type of foundation do you want to be built on? Right? So what's at the base of your foundation? What are your principles? What are your values? What do you stand for? Okay? What does your foundation, what's beneath your foundation? All right, bee spirit, okay? If you've been seeing a lot of bees lately buzzing around, sweet results await, okay? Somebody here has laid a beautiful, well-grounded foundation, and somebody here is reaping the results of laying that beautiful, well-rounded and grounded foundation, okay? That's very sweet and to the point. Yeah, be generous of spirit. And whatever this is coming in for you, make sure you be generous. Make sure you bless others. Make sure you give back, okay? Because the blessings that come in, it's supposed to overflow in abundance so that you can bless and let their pockets, let their lives be overwhelmed, overflown, okay, with blessings. Okay, you see how that works? All right? Blessings, you get blessed. Everybody else get blessed, okay? All right, be generous, be giving, be loving, be supportive, okay? You didn't get all these blessings just to hoard them for yourself. Be generous, okay? That's how you get other people to believe. That's how you get other people to understand that, dang, maybe he is doing something right. Maybe she is doing something right, okay? When you are generous, when you give back, the universe has a way of blessing you even more, okay? Your needs will always be met. Your needs will always be fulfilled. For God is your source and God lives within all of us. That's how they say God sits high and looks low. All right. He sees everything at all times. That's because God lives within us and every single thing around us. All right. We are interconnected. he sees, if he or she, however you perceive God to be, okay, I see God as both masculine and feminine energy, okay, but because I grew up where we always call God a he, because God is a masculine term, I just naturally say he, all right, but each to his own, all right. Spirit has your back, okay? So for many of you, if you're wondering, if you're curious, you know, if you kind of feel lost and lonely, if you're wondering that, man, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Am I going in the right direction? Okay. Spirit has your back. So whatever you call on Spirit, okay, as long as you know that you're devoted, you're committing, and you're doing the right things, you're honoring your path, you're honoring your ancestors, you're honoring whoever it is that you call God, okay, as long as you're doing the work, okay, a little bit at a time, as long as you're laying that solid foundation, as long as you're supporting, you're giving, you're helpful, as long as you're doing what it is that you feel called to do, as long as you're listening to your soul and you're not coming from a place of deception and evil and vindictiveness and hate and spite and greed, okay, then Spirit has your back. Spirit wants you to know, I got your back, player. You know, I got your back. I don't know where that came from, y'all, but now if you're a player, you know, I say player because we're all a player in this game. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. All right. All right. It's funny because God is on both sides of the chessboard. Some people just don't see that. He up there bouncing them scales out. Like, dang, God plays chess with himself. You know that? We say good and evil because there's a separation. There's no such thing as good and evil. Everything just is. Everything happens for a reason. It's called balance. You're up there balancing the scales on the left and right side of the chessboard. All right, time to heal. For someone, it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to stop running from your destiny. It's time for you to stop running from your path. Snake spirit here, okay? Snakes, the medical symbol on the ambulance, I have the name right on the tip of my tongue and I cannot get it out. Y'all, Caduceus, okay, Caduceus, I may be saying that completely wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? It represents, for many, it represents life, shedding. It's the completion of a circle, okay? It's shedding old skin, okay? Snakes shed skin, they heal, okay? For many, snakes, they use their venom to heal, okay? So they use one snake's poison in order to heal another snake's poison, okay? The venom. All right, they can use the venom in order to heal, all right? So snakes have a way of shedding skin, all right? Now, this could also be a warning that there is a snake in your midst, okay? Because this came out in the midst of all of these messages, okay? So just be mindful, okay, of what you do, what you say, who you interact with, who comes your way, okay? As you go along your path, there will be different demons and different faces and different bodies. There's full handsome lips and pretty lips to lie and death around the corner and a shadow where it hides. And that's a quote from my brother, Check Yourself by Clarence Hunter. It's a poem, all right? So you just be mindful. Be mindful of who you have around you. Be mindful of who you keeping company with, who you talking to, who you sharing your business with, okay? But for some of you, the reason why Spirit is calling you to retreat is because you need to heal something, all right? There's something that you need to release. There's an ancestral pattern that is repeating, and if you don't take that time to heal, you're going to experience these same repeating tower moments, all right? Reclaim your power. Panther spirit is here. All right, this is about as you heal, you claim back your power. You take back your power. You take back what you have freely given. Sometimes we unconsciously give our power away without even knowing it. Okay, I'm going to take, for instance, I'm going to tell you just a small example. I was in a very toxic relationship almost over a year ago. And The first thing I did when I gave my power away is I asked for a time to be said that I could meet with this person, but they didn't like being kept to a time. So I basically had to conform to their schedule instead of finding a compromise. Immediately, I gave my power away by allowing this person to make demands. I could only meet him on his demands. Okay, so that's a way that we give up our power as women, is when we don't find our voice and stand up for what we're asking for, what we believe in. And if somebody don't meet those demands, then we move on. Okay, so we inadvertently give our power away in very small and minuscule ways without even realizing it. So your self-worth, okay, your self-esteem, who you are as a person, what you represent, okay. Sometimes we give in to things because we're just so used to it being that way, because it's always how it's been done, or it's always been taught to us to be submissive, to be, maybe we've always seen somebody in an abusive relationship and we felt that that was necessary. Maybe we come from a toxic family where, we always seen cheating was normal. Like having being married and having a mistress was like second nature. Like everybody did it and you thought that was okay. Well, now you see the third, fourth, and fifth order of effects of what comes from that. Okay. I think just last month, a Navy sailor, walked in on his wife having an affair and he shot the dude. Now he lost his life. He's in jail, and somebody else also, and she's scarred for life, needing mental help. Third order, when you start to see how things can negatively impact yourself and around you, you want to either change them or you want to do something different to where you don't keep repeating those same cycles. Okay, those were just examples I used. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the last oracle deck. This is my I'm drawing a blank. This is my where'd it go? Yeah, my Sacred Forest Oracle, y'all. This is my Animal Kingdom. It's one of my favorites because it's I call this my fairy and fae deck. Okay, so if you resonate in the European tradition of the fairy and the fae folk and elves, okay, and the witches and all of that, this deck is for you. Okay, which I love the fairy and fae folk. Try and leave them some cream and milk. Okay. Dang, this January just keep popping out. This message is definitely for somebody in January, okay? All right. We're at 47. All right. All right, so we have playfulness, okay? So Spirit wants you to have a little bit more fun, okay? Your fun is going to be... I'm going to just be honest. If your fun consists of just going out, partying, getting drunk, and staggering back home, barely making it to the bed, and puking everywhere, that's not fun, okay? Being more playful means whatever this you're doing, bring more happiness and joy to it, okay? If you're working, put some music on and make it fun, okay? Whatever you're working towards, whatever foundation you're doing, whatever, make it fun, okay? Work shouldn't be hard. Work should not be hard, y'all. It should not be hard. You need to be more relaxed. Enjoy what you do, okay? Get up, turn a tune, jig, dance, do something, okay? But Spirit saying somebody here is taking life a little bit too serious, okay? And so you need to relax, have more fun, let your hair down, be in the flow of life, and let go, let God, right? So just enjoy yourself. Have a little bit more fun. Be patient with yourself. Be understanding. You're not perfect. You have very courageous, okay? Courage here. So have the courage to step into life. Have the courage to do something out of the ordinary, okay? Life is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be, you're meant to have fun, okay? It's not meant to be all doom and gloom and work and then, you die. It's not meant to be that, okay? So have the courage to step in and do something different, do something new, okay? What else? Since your spirit guides, guardian angels, what other messages do you have for the conscious collective? Yeah, look for miracles. Didn't I say that in the beginning? Unlocking the magic within. There are miracles, okay? We got a rainbow. You may be seeing butterflies. 30, you could be 31. Okay, but there's a rainbow here. There is miracles within the rainbow. Okay, there are blessings. Okay, so somebody here is going to be experiencing miracles, or if you're not already experiencing miracles, or you're going to be looking for the miracles in life. Okay, yeah, be seeing a red and black butterfly or a yellow and white butterfly. Yeah, refuge. Okay, life path 7. All right, so taking refuge in the comfort or sanctuary. Okay, now this could be refugee. I could be talking to somebody who is a refugee, who a family member is a refugee. Okay, or what do you have here, Spirit? What is this one for? A grotto. Okay, so this is about finding a sacred space, all right, where you can tap into the voices of nature. Okay, a grotto is where miracles, where it's safe. It's kind of like a sanctuary, but it's somewhere away from the world that nobody knows about but you. Okay, all right, it's a sacred space, solitude, away from the world. It's a place that you can go where no one can find you, no one knows you. Okay, someone here feels like that. They wish they could be, you know, I feel like someone wishes that they could just move away or go away from something, or just hide away for something. Or maybe somebody here is that they're a refugee in their own home. I feel like somebody here is hiding away from something or someone. Okay, and you're being called. Give me more about this refugee. Stability. Okay, so maybe you feel like a refugee because your stability has been tampered with. Something has happened that has caused you to lose your stability. Okay, and maybe you've lost something happened traumatically in your life where you stopped believing in miracles. Okay, but you're seeing there's some sort of transformation that you're going through, that you're beginning to believe again. Okay, you're having the courage to believe. Okay, you may be someone not even from here. You were forced to come here because of something that happened that tore away your stability, your foundation. And now you're having the courage. You're learning how to start all over again. Okay, having the courage to choose a different path because the path that you were on is no longer available to you. And now you're having to stand in your own power. You're having to heal from the traumatic experiences that you went through. Okay, and you're learning how to do this. Okay, you're learning how to do this by being more in tune with nature. Someone here has a very deep connection to the fairy and the fae folk. Okay, a swan may be significant for someone as well. I could be speaking. You could be an earth angel. Okay, you may not feel like it. You may not feel like it's hard for you to get stable because you don't feel like you're at home. Okay, you feel like a refugee here on earth. Okay, because this place is not, for some of you, you don't feel like this place is your home. Okay, and so this is where Spirit is calling you to get more grounded, to spend a lot more time in nature, because a part of you is not yet seated. Okay, a part of you is not yet all the way here because you're not used to living here. This is not your original home. Okay, you've come here for a mission to help or assist the conscious collective in a certain way, and you've been transplanted. You've been ripped away from there's a reason why you were ripped away from your home, okay, and brought here, is because you have some sort of mission that Spirit is wanting you to complete. Okay, there's some sort of healing that needs to take place. Maybe where you were was not conducive to the healing environment that you needed to be in order to align yourself with your life purpose. Yeah, we got a lot of retreat here. Retreat. Spirit guardian of the winter. Okay. Yeah, this is someone here who is needing to take a lot of time and go within and to heal, okay? This is someone who's been very wounded. This is someone who has faced a lot of darkness, who have been through the dark night of the soul, who may be even currently going through the dark night of the soul, and a lot of fears, a lot of worries, a lot of anxiety, okay? But with the sun comes miracles, and when it rains, okay, when the sun shines, you get the rainbow. And the rainbow in the Bible stands for the promise that God will never flood the world by water again. Now, the rainbow is also the light body activation. It is also the chakra system. The colors of the rainbow are the colors of the chakras. So I always talk about the chakras are very integral, a part of our healing journey. So if you're curious, well, how can I start this healing journey? Okay, I want you to start looking into the chakras, okay? That's going to be very helpful. Too many cards, Spirit. What other messages do you have here? Protection, yes. For many of you, you're guardians of land. All right, you're Earth Angel. You've come here to heal. You've come here to take care of. To take care of Mother Gaia. All right, the trees, the animals, the plants, okay, the kingdoms, the different kingdoms of our world. You are a guardian. You are a protector. You are also being called to protect yourself, okay, spiritually and physically. You are also a leader, okay? There's a stag here, okay? So you're definitely being called into leadership. For many of you, you were transplanted here. You're a refugee here because you are called to protect something and someone. You have a higher calling, okay? Dragon, power. For many of you, you're getting ready to tap into your power. You're coming into power. You're understanding the power that you wield within, the creation, okay? And as you learn about this power, okay, you're learning that it needs to be protected. Not everybody is supposed to have this gift. Not everyone is supposed to have this power, because power corrupts people. Power corrupts the heart, okay? And power should only be given to those who have the willingness to do what's right with it, okay? So this power that you're being given, this gift that you're being given, make sure that you do the right thing with it. Make sure you abide by the rules that are handed down by Spirit when it comes to that, okay? Don't let it corrupt you, all right? You are a dragon. For many of you in the past lifetime that you possibly were, you were a dragon. You hold a lot of power, okay? A lot of authority. This could be someone in a position of authority. I could be talking. You hold a lot of authority. You hold a lot of power over people's lives, okay? So it is important that you do not abuse that power, that you use it in the right way to help people, okay? To help those who serve underneath you, okay? Yeah. All right, patience, okay? So be patient with yourself. Be patient with Spirit, okay? A lot of you are impatient. You want things it's about divine timing a lot of times, okay? Remember, time is an illusion. It's not our timing, it's God's time. So be patient with yourself, okay? Take time and be patient, okay? Everything will unfold exactly the way it's supposed to, when it's supposed to. You need to trust and have faith in higher forces, okay? And I'm going to close the reading out with that, all right? So it is definitely have patience with yourself and have patience with those around you, because not everybody is going to be on the same level. Not everybody's going to be on the same vibration. Not everybody's going to be on the same frequency as you. And sometimes we can get ahead of ourselves, okay? So move with Spirit and take time out, all right, to listen to your angels, your ancestors, your animal spirit guides, your spirit team, okay? They are there helping you. They are here, they're guiding you, okay? They love you, they support you, and they want the very best for you, okay? With that being said, thank y'all for joining me here tonight. Peace, love, and light.